17, you should send it to me. Okay, before 9 p.m. And on 18, I will publish the result. So all these 4 questions already we have solved in the class. All these 4 questions we have already done in the class. So I have given this question as an assignment. You solve this 4 questions. You have 5 days. Do it and send me by 17 July. Okay. If those who will send after 17 July, I will not consider all those things. So try to, already 5 days you have and only 4 questions you have to write. So do it and send it by 17th July. And if you will not send it, be prepared for the repercussions. So yesterday, these 3-4 definitions I have given you. First definition is slip factor. First one is regarding slip factor. It is represented as IS. S stands for slip factor. Okay. So what do you mean by slip factor? It is the ratio between wheel velocity at discharge and or outlet and blade velocity at discharge. The formula of slip factor is VW2 by U2. This VW2 is called wheel velocity and U2 is called blade tip velocity. The ratio between wheel velocity and blade velocity at the discharge is called slip factor. This is one formula you have to remember, because while solving the problem we require this formula. Second formula, work factor or power input factor, phi W. Okay. So the formula is it is the ratio between actual work input and Euler work input. Actual work, what is actual work? So in this 2 process, this is the actual process, process 1 to 2 dash. So actual work will be Cp into T2 dash minus T1. Cp into T2 dash minus T1, and Euler work is VW2 into U2. Actually, this one is mCp delta T, and Euler's work also m VW2 U2. But this mass and mass will get cancelled out. Okay, so it will be Cp into T2 dash minus T1 actual work, and Euler work is VW2 into U2. This is the work factor. Next formula that we have discussed yesterday is pressure coefficient. Okay. So what do you mean by pressure coefficient? It is the ratio between isentropic work and Euler work. What do you mean by isentropic work? Isentropic work is nothing but ideal work. Okay. So that's why the formula is Cp into T2 minus T1 divided by Euler work is VW2 into U2. Actually, here also the actual formula is mCp T2 minus T1 isentropic work, and Euler work is m into VW2 into U2. But this mass and this mass will get cancelled. So this formula we will get. Right. Next one is adiabatic coefficient. Adiabatic coefficient is indicated with gamma. This already you know. What is gamma? Cp by Cv. What is Cp? Cp is the specific heat at constant pressure, and Cv is specific heat at constant volume. What is the value? Cp value is 1.005 kilojoules per kg Kelvin, and Cv value is 0.718 kilojoules per kg Kelvin. And if we will take this ratio, Cp divided by Cv means 1.005 divided by 0.718. This ratio, how much we will get? From here, gamma value we will get approximately 1.4. Okay, so if in the question paper, this gamma value, Cp value, Cv value, they will not mention, then you should remember these 3 values. Cp is 1.005, gamma is 1.4, Cv is 0.71. Okay, so these are the 4 definitions that I have given yesterday. Slip factor, power input factor phi W, W stands for work. Then pressure coefficient phi P, P stands for pressure. Then adiabatic coefficient gamma. Very simple definitions are there. Okay, already all these things we have discussed yesterday. So today what we are going to do, one problem related to these things we will solve. So you be ready with calculator. So you tell me the answers quickly, so there are many more number of problems we can be able to do today. And today we will complete this centrifugal compression. So this is one question we have. So the question is, air at a temperature of 350 Kelvin flows into a centrifugal compressor. Means inlet temperature of air is 350 Kelvin. So given inlet temperature is T1. T1 is how much? 350 Kelvin. T1 equal to 350 Kelvin. Already the temperature is given in Kelvin, so no need to add 273. If this temperature they will mention in degree Celsius, then you have to add 273. But already they have given this temperature in Kelvin, so no need to do anything. Flows into a centrifugal compressor rotating at 18,000 RPM. Okay, so speed of the compressor, that is capital N, equal to how much? 18,000 RPM. Isentropic efficiency is 0.85. Isentropic efficiency means eta iso is how much? 0.85. And I have told you, once they will mention this isentropic efficiency, you have to plot pressure versus volume diagram. Sorry, temperature versus entropy diagram. Y-axis is our temperature, x-axis is entropy. Okay. Pressure, constant pressure line we will draw like this. Here the pressure is T1 and here the pressure is T2, and one perpendicular line we will draw. This is not perpendicular. One perpendicular line we will draw like this. This is process 1 to 2, and one inclined line we will do. This is 1 to 2 gas. Okay. So here process 1 to 2 gas is what? Process 1 to 2 gas is actual process. It is 1 to 2 gas. This is the actual process. Red color line, and the black color line, process 1 to 2. This is the ideal process. Okay. Next, outer diameter of the blade is 550 millimeter. Outer diameter means E2 is how much? E2 is 550 millimeter. If diameter is 550 millimeter, that implies what is R2? Outer radius is okay. So diameter becomes, so diameter is 550 mm, so radius is nothing but diameter by 2. So it will be 550 divided by 2. So 225 millimeter. And always we have to convert this millimeter into meter. So 1 millimeter is 1/1000 millimeters. So we have to divide 1000. So this will become 0.225 meter. 275. Okay, right, 270. Yes. Okay, so radius also given. Then here one more new things they have introduced. Slip factor of the compressor is 0.82. In the question they have mentioned slip factor is 0.8. What is slip factor? So slip factor we write. Slip factor, it is denoted as IS. S stands for slip factor. This is how much? 0.82. Right? And what is the formula of slip factor? The formula of slip factor is yes, VW2 by U2. Once again I will show you here this one. The formula of slip factor is phi s equal to VW2 by U2. Okay, this is the formula of slip factor. So we will write here also. Slip factor equal to 0.82, which is nothing but VW2 by U2. Okay, and what we have to calculate? First point, temperature rise of air passing through the compressor. Temperature rise means T2 dash minus T1. T2 dash, same thing we have to calculate, T2 dash minus T1. And second point, pressure ratio we have to calculate. Pressure ratio means P2 by P1. We have. These 2 points we have to calculate. Okay, so these are the given data. These are the given data, and these are the things we have to calculate for this problem. Now what will happen here? N is given 18,000 RPM. So what is omega? Omega, the formula of omega is 2 pi n divided by 60, which is equal to 2 pi. What is n? N is 18,000 divided by 60. Okay, so that implies how much omega we are getting. Somebody tell me. Omega is 1884.955. 1884.955 radian per second. Right? Okay. So here one more thing, it is given slip factor equal to VW2 by U2. Right? So how to calculate U2? So U2 is nothing but the formula is R2 into omega. Okay. So R2 value already we have, omega value we have calculated. So from here, what is U2? U2 equal to R2 is 0.275 into omega is 1884. 1884.9. So if we multiply these things, lead velocity we will get 518.3627. 518.3627. This is U2 value we got. And now once we got U2 value from this formula, can I calculate VW2 or not? Okay, so from this formula, 0.82 is equal to VW2, I don't know, divided by U2 is how much? U2 value we got here, 518. 518.36. Okay, that implies VW2 from this formula. You tell me how much we are getting VW2. per second. 425.057. Okay. So all these things we have calculated. Omega we have calculated. U2, R2 into omega we have calculated. And from this formula, from the slip factor, VW2 value we have calculated. Okay. Now we will come to the first point. The first point is we have to calculate the temperature rise of water. The temperature rise of air. That is T2 dash minus T1. We'll calculate the first point. First point is temperature rise of air. That is T2 gas minus T. Actual temperature rise we have to calculate. So for this one, we have the formula work done formula equal to M Cp T2 gas minus T1. If you will take the actual compressor work, this red color line indicates actual process. So actual compressor work is MCP, high temperature is T2 gas, low temperature is T1. Okay, but what is M? M value, mass flow rate, they have not given in this question. Mass flow rate value, they have not given it, so we will take it as 1. Okay. So mass flow rate, if we will put 1 value, so the work done, how much we will get? Cp into T2 gas minus T1. Okay. So this T2 gas minus T1 we have to calculate. Cp is 1.005, but this work done we don't know. So for these things, what we will do, we will calculate the Euler's work. We will calculate Euler's work. What is Euler's work? Yes, Euler's work is VW2 into U. If you will consider the mass flow rate also, it will come a mass flow rate M into VW2 into U. But since mass flow rate is not given, so we are taking as 1. So W value becomes VW2 into U. That implies what is Euler's work we will get. What is VW2? VW2 is 425.0574. 425.0574 into what is U2? U2 is this much, 518.3627. 518.3627. Multiply these two things, and what is the work done? We have got, we will get 220.3339 kilojoules per kg. So you will remember, if this mass will be there, then the units will be kilowatt, because what is the unit of this mass? Unit of mass is kilojoules per second. So if you multiply this mass, means kilojoule per second, this kilojoule and kilojoule will get cancelled, and kilojoule per second you will get the units in kilowatt. Okay, so if in the question they ask you to calculate power, you have to multiply mass. If they ask you to calculate work done, no need to multiply mass. Okay. This unit conversion you keep in your mind. Okay, so this work done we have got 220 kilojoules per kg. So now this value we will put here. Okay, actually if you will multiply this one, if you will multiply this 425 point this much and this much, actually you will get 220.3339 joules per kg. Like this you will get. But this work done we require in kilojoules. Okay, so that's why. So that's why we have to divide it by 1000. So we will get this value. So work done we will put over here 0.3339 is equal to Cp is 1.005. You have to remember T2 dash minus T1. We have to calculate. That implies T2 dash minus T1 equal to 220.3339 divided by 1.005. So when we solve this one, answer will get 219. 219.2377. Okay, so this much answer we will get. This is the change in temperatures we have calculated. Okay, so this much temperature rise will be there from inlet to outlet. So this is the first point of our question. Now the second point is pressure ratio. Pressure ratio means P2 by P1 we have to calculate. Second point we have to calculate pressure ratio. This pressure ratio is P2 by P1. So for pressure ratio, we have to apply the relationship between temperature and pressure, that is P2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 whole to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. Why T2 I have taken? Because pressure ratio for this isentropic process, for this vertical line, we can apply the relationship between temperature and pressure. Vertical line means 0.1 to 0.2. The temperature is T2 here, and here the temperature is T1. So we will write T2 by T1 is equal to P2 by P1 whole to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. But this T2 temperature we don't know. This T2 temperature we don't know. So for this thing, we will apply this formula. We will take this isentropic efficiency of compressor. So isentropic efficiency of compressor is equal to how much it is given? It is given 0.85. 0.85. That implies, so isentropic efficiency, what is the isentropic efficiency formula? It will come from this side because this is the compressor. So outer temperature difference is T2 minus T1 divided by inside temperature difference is T2 dash minus T1. So it will be T2 minus T1 divided by T2 dash minus T1 is equal to 0.85. That implies T2, we don't know. What is T1? T1 is 350 Kelvin divided by T2 dash minus T1. T2 dash minus T1 already we got 219.2377. 219.2377. This much equal to 0.8. Now if we will solve this one, tell me how much T2 value we are getting. Only one student is giving the answer, 3 not 5. So T2 we are getting is 530.352 Kelvin. This is the value of T2 we got. Then this T2 value we will put in this equation. So T2 is 530.352 divided by T1 is 350 is equal to P2 by P1. We have to calculate. Gamma value is 1.4. It is not given, so gamma value we have to take as 1.4. So 1.4 minus 1 divided by 1.4. It will solve this. So P2 by P1, how much we will get? P2 by P1 we will get 4.288. 28. Pressure ratio 4.454. Okay, why different values we are getting? One is 4.2828. One more answer 344. Prashant is telling 4.454. Which one is correct out of these two? One more answer we are getting 4.566. Okay, why different answers we are getting? So I will tell you what is the exact answer in book. The answer is 4.4548. Who has given? If this answer is correct, Prashant. This is the answer given in the book. So I will take this answer on. Well, anyway, these two answers are also correct. But since in this book this answer is given, I will take. So here you apply ln. Okay, in your calculator one ln is there. Either you can apply this one or like that. So these answers I will take. Four point 4.5. So this is the pressure ratio we have got. Clear? So pressure ratio also we have done. So like this, some questions they will ask in the exam. Very simple it is. Just write down the given data, find out, put the formula, and find out whatever the things are unknown in the question paper. Then one by one, give the heading, put the formula, apply two types of work, write down the two types of work formula, and then solve the question. And don't get confused with this marks. Don't think about this marks. If in the question paper, this marks value they have given, you put it. If they have not given, just to take as 1. That's it. Okay. And this pressure ratio, this is the way to calculate the pressure ratio. Right? So one previous year question I will show you. It is theoretical question. All the previous year questions related to compressor we have already solved. So just 2020 last year question I will show you. Yeah. So this is 2020 question paper we have. Last year question paper. So here one question was there from the compressor that I want to show you. Yeah, this question. Question number 7. Okay, question number 7B. How many marks it is? It is 12 marks. So identify, question number 7B is identify the torque, slip factor and power input factor with respect to centrifugal compressor and explain them. I don't know how they have said the question paper. Okay, so you have to write the definition and formula of slip factor and power input factor. Power input factor is also called as work factor. W. Okay, so these two things definitions you have to write. Okay, for this one they are giving 12 marks. 6 marks for slip factor, 6 marks for power input factor. Okay, so very simple. Only half page answer it is. Only half page. Slip factor 3-4 lines, power input factor 2-3 lines. within half page, you can get 12 marks. Okay, so last year they have asked this question. They didn't ask problem from the centrifugal compressor. Instead of problem, last year they have asked a theoretical question from centrifugal compressor. Okay, you have to write regarding slip factor and power input factor. So very easy it is. That's why I am giving this formula to remember all these things. Okay, so this is the formula of slip factor, and this is the formula of power input factor or work factor. Okay, only this much you have to write, and you must draw the diagram. Okay, so for this many things they will give 12 marks. So in like this very simple question they are asking, but still people are getting backlogs. Okay, if this much you cannot write and you cannot get the marks, then nobody can help. Okay. So this is regarding slip factor or power input factor. Now we have here we will discuss one more problem. One last problem we are going to discuss from here, then we will complete this problem. So here we have one more last question. One last question that we have. It is also very simple. Okay, just here we have mentioned the power input factor. I just want to show you the use of how to use this power input factor while solving the problem. So quickly you will solve this question, then we'll complete the class. So whatever the things given, quickly we'll write down. A centrifugal compressor supplies 16.5 kg per second of air. So here mass flow rate they have given in the question paper. Okay, so mass flow rate of air is how much? 16.5 kg per second with a static pressure ratio of 4:1. Okay, so pressure ratio they have given 4:1. So pressure ratio, that is P2 by P1, it is 4. Okay, 4:1 means it is 4. Speed of the compressor is 16,000 RPM. So speed of the compressor means capital N value is equal to 16,000 RPM. Inlet temperature is 20 degrees Celsius. Inlet temperature means T1 is equal to 20 degrees Celsius. So we have to convert it into Kelvin. So we have to add plus 273. So we will get 293 Kelvin. Next, slip factor is 0.9. Okay, so what do you mean by slip factor? Slip factor is phi s equal to 0.9. What is the formula of slip factor? It is VW2 divided by U2. So VW2 by U2, it is given 0.9. Again, in the same question, they have given power input factor is 1.04. Okay, so power input factor is nothing but work factor. And what is the formula of work factor? Cp into actual work, T2 dash minus T1 divided by Euler's work, VW2 into U. This is how much? 1.04. These two things have you got or not? Slip factor is 0.9. Formula of slip factor is VW2 by U2. Power input factor is 1.04. Power input factor means here I will show you. Yeah, power input factor is also called as work factor or phi W. The formula is actual work by Euler's work. Actual work is this 1 to 2 dash. So Cp into T2 dash minus T1 divided by Euler's work is VW2 into U2. Right. Okay, so this formula we have written over here. Next, isentropic efficiency is 85%. So eta iso equal to 85% means 0.85. And once they will mention isentropic efficiency in the question paper, we have to draw temperature versus entropy diagram. This is y-axis is temperature and x-axis is entropy. We have to plot two pressure lines. Low pressure is P1, high pressure is P2. This vertical line is 0.1 to 0.2. So 1 to 2, it will indicates the ideal process. And 1 to 2 dash. 1 to 2 dash, it indicates the actual process. Okay. Next, what we have to calculate? We have first point. We have to calculate outer diameter of the impeller. Outer diameter means D2. We have to calculate. Then second point, what we have to calculate? In second point, we have to calculate power input to the compressor. What is the power input or work done by the compressor? These two things we have to calculate. Okay. So before coming to the findings, first what we will do, we will take out this n is given. So we will calculate the omega from this n. So what is the formula of omega? That is 2 pi n divided by 60, which is equal to 2 pi into what is n? N is 16,000. So quickly you solve it and tell me the answer. Divided by 60. What is omega? How much omega we are getting? So omega is coming 1675.516. 1675.516 radian per second. Right. Again, here, what else we can calculate? Can I calculate VW2 and U2? Because U2 I cannot calculate, because what is the formula of U2? U2 equal to R2 into omega. Omega value we have got. But what about R2? R2 value we don't know, it is not given. We have to calculate the value of R2. So R2 we cannot calculate. Okay. So R2 and omega 2 we cannot calculate. Okay.
U2 value.
How to calculate U2 value? R2 is not given in the question. Next, here, if we will come to the input factor, here also VW to U2, this thing also we cannot calculate. So we will start from this isentropic efficiency. Okay, because we cannot calculate this value because both the things are unknown. We cannot apply this formula because here also VW2 and U2 are unknown. But here, so we will start from this point. We will start from isentropic efficiency. Okay. So inlet temperature, I think in the question paper it is also given. Inlet temperature is 20 degrees Celsius, right? Okay, so we'll start from isentropic efficiency. So what is the formula of isentropic efficiency? The formula of isentropic efficiency is outer temperature difference is T2 minus T1 divided by T2 dash minus T1. So T2 minus T1 divided by T2 dash minus T2. That implies isentropic efficiency is how much? It is 0.85. So we'll write here 0.85 equal to T2, we don't know, minus T1 is how much? T1 is 293. T1 is 293 divided by T2 dash also we don't know, and T1 is again 293. Okay, so here also we have two unknowns, T2 and T2 dash. So we'll apply the relationship between temperature and pressure. T2 by T1 equal to T2 by P1 whole to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. Okay, so from this formula we can get T2 value. If we'll put this formula, we will get T2 dash. So let's find it out. So T2 by T1 is how much? T1 is 293. So T1 is 293 is equal to P2 by P1. P2 by P1 is 4. So 4 to the power gamma minus 1 by gamma. Gamma value 1.4 minus 1 divided by 1. So quickly tell me what is this T2 value we are getting from here? T2 value we are getting 435.396. 435.396 Kelvin. Now this T2 value we will apply here and we will get T2 dash. So 0.85 is equal to T2 is 435.396 minus 293 divided by T2 dash minus 290. So from this equation, you tell me how much T2 dash value we are getting. Actual temperature. Solve this one and tell me the value of T2 dash. $460.525. T2 dash we are getting 460.525 Kelvin. Okay. Now I got T2 dash value and T2 value. Okay. So what can I do? You see, now I will take these two equations. Okay. So in these two equations, what are the unknowns? In this equation, VW2 and U2, we have two unknowns. In the second equation also, VW2 and U2, two unknowns are there. Because Cp value is 1.005, we know. T2 dash value just now we have calculated, and T1 value it is already given. Okay, so we have two equations. This is equation 1. This one is equation 2. We have two equations, and how many unknowns we have? We have two unknowns. In equation 1, VW2 and U2 is unknown, and in equation 2 also we have VW2 and U2 is unknown. So we have two equations and two unknowns. So this if we will solve by using calculator, we can get the value of VW2 and U2. By solving these two equations, we can get the value of VW2 and U2. Now, once we got the value of U2, this U2 value we will put in this formula and we can get R2. And once you will get the outer radius, if you multiply 2 from outer radius, we can calculate the outer diameter. Okay. And once we got this value, so power formula is nothing but how to calculate this power. It will be M into Cp into T2 dash minus T1. T1 value already we have. T2 dash just now we have calculated. Cp is 1.005 and mass flow rate mass flow rate is given how much? 16.5 kg per second. And if we'll solve this value, then we can get the power output of the compressor, sorry, power input to the compressor. Okay, so already time is over. So I will put this question in the group today. You solve this question. Already I have told you how to approach this question, how to solve this question, all the things I have mentioned. You try to solve this question and send me the answer today only. And tomorrow, once again, we will complete this question. Okay. So that's all about today's class. Once again, we will meet tomorrow. Whatever we have discussed today, I will put in the group. Go through it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me over there.
Sir, semester exam cheppani start aithe sir.
Sorry?
Semester exam cheppani start aithe sir.
Steady state?
Semester sir.
Semester. Your semester will be on August 16 onwards, most probably. The date is not finalized yet, but most probably it will start from August 16 onwards, 1/6.
Sir, mid exam sir. Second mid.
Mid exam, second mid exam will start from 20 onwards. July 20. July 20 means, let me tell you, from next Tuesday. 20, 22nd, 23rd.
Okay sir. Okay sir. Thank you.
And this mid exam objective beats today I will post in the group. Objective posting.
Sir,
50 objective postings will be-
semester exam online mode or offline mode sir?
Semester exam will be offline only. You have to write the exam by coming to the college. It will be
Mid exam,
100%
sir?
offline. Mid exam is online. Mid exam will be online, and in mid exam, 50 objective questions will forward you like we have done in mid 1. Whatever you have done in mid 1, same thing we are going to do in mid 2 also. But final semester exam will be offline.
Okay sir. Thank you.
Okay, right. Have a nice day. Bye.
Sir,
Yes, yes. Anybody else is having any doubt?